this is the part that I knew I was really homophobic. Like it was so ingrained into me that when I saw other queer folks living in their like happiness, I'd be like, why? Right? I'd be like, back to the point of like, well, girls have butts too. So like, what are you doing? Right? Like this idea of like that like this identity is black and white. And it's not the like the color array in between, the hue of colors in between. And you know, for me, I had to like unlearn those things, right? I had to unlearn as I started, you know, building relationships with queer people. Um, Not because they were queer, but because they were people who like were cool, and then like their queerness would just happen to be a thing versus me like looking at someone from the outside and being like, oh, all I like my toxic masculinity being like, you're not man enough. Right. And so um growing up, I didn't know a lot of queer folks. In high school was really that era was really when I got introduced to queer folks who like lived in their queerness. Because you know, people I might have met queer folks and they were like closeted, like who knows. But when people who like lived in themselves.
So it's a big question. I think religion impacts everybody, particularly in the United States, whether you're particularly religious or not, because we basically are like half a step away from like a Christian autocracy. And so there are plenty of things that are instituted because of Christians having an outsized control of the purse strings and the control of how my mom wanted us to go to church. We went to my grandmother's church a couple of times. I did not like it because one of us on Saturday morning, and that was when all the good cartoons were on. She was Seventh-day Adventist, and I did not want to be involved. It was like, no, and it's hot. I don't like these dress shoes. And it seems, and I remember always saying, it doesn't seem like Nana actually likes these people because she talks about them all the time. Why does she keep going? And if she doesn't want to go, why do I want to go? Well, I am like 6 or 7, 8 saying these things. So you could tell they were happy with me. And so